Good morning, everyone. My name is Orazio Toscano from Ericsson, and I will be presenting the demonstration related to POC number 3, which focuses on the topic of internal threats, so those originating from within the security perimeter. As you can see in this slide, the problem is that the old assumption that threats are only external is dissolving, and traditional points of defense are no longer enough to keep threats out. This category includes many scenarios that have become unluckily well known, and real-world cases are becoming increasingly frequent. To address internal threats in a modular, scalable, and customizable way, flexible and adaptable to different contexts and security requirements, the approach has been structured into 4 distinct security functions. These include functions dedicated to monitoring and detecting anomalies that may indicate potentially malicious behavior, including the physical access of users, which is the focus of the demo that will be presented in the following part of this video. Functions dedicated to remote access activities, functions covering operation performed by users on the system, and functions dedicated to actions performed on the files. Okay, each security function follows the same logical scheme with a pipeline of 5 microservices: the log reader, the pattern analyzer, as you can see in this chain, the statistic calculator, the anomaly detector, and the report generator dot. Unluckily, we haven't enough time to go in detail, so I only summarize the purpose of the 5 dot. Stage 1, the log reader service ingests raw physical access logs and performs initial data validation, cleansing, and temporal feature extraction. The second stage, here it is the pattern analyzer service that analyzes employee behavioral patterns from processed access data, entry exit times, session durations, location preferences, and so on. Then the third one, the statistics calculator service, performs advanced statistical analysis to establish behavioral baselines. Then we have the anomaly detector service that identifies security anomalies using statistical deviation analysis. And then last but not least, the stage 5, the report generator service that generates comprehensive security analysis reports in multiple formats. So, all that said, we can jump directly to the demo. The demo is not particularly long, but due to time constraints, I have added a few bookmarks so we can jump directly to the most relevant parts. In the beginning part of the demo, we use Docker Compose to deploy the 5 dots. So let's skip ahead. Okay, just to the final stage of the deployment process, where all the 5 components are up and running with their respective ports correctly exposed. Using the API exposed by the 5 dots, we can easily query the health endpoints directly from the browser. By sending a simple GET request to each service port, we receive a structured response that includes the service name, the current status, a timestamp, and the running version. This provides a quick and effective way to verify that all the microservices are up, reachable, and operating correctly. So now we launch the execution script for the full pipeline of the 5 dots. As you can see, the script runs smoothly and without interruptions. We can also maybe zoom a little. Okay, so we can see the different stages from stage 1 to stage 5. From the console output scrolled on the screen, we can follow the execution step by step. The logs clearly show that the pipeline correctly completed, starting from the first component, the log reader, stage 1, and progressing sequentially through all the stages to the up to the final stage 5, the report generator. And by inspecting the runtime logs, we can also observe the pipeline input stage1.json that consists of the access logs generated by the emulated employee entry control system. These logs originate from a turnstile controller emulator that have been properly formatted into JSON to be processed by the pipeline. And at the end of the execution, the stage 5 output stage 5.json contains all the reports that I was mentioning before. Additionally, all the intermediate JSON messages exchanged between the different dots are preserved, as you can see, output stage 1, output stage 2, and so on. And this allows for quick inspections and traceability across the entire process chain. So let's start from the beginning. Okay. This is the raw input file, exactly as it comes from the company access control turnstiles. Each record is straightforward. There is a timestamp, an employee ID, a badge ID, the action, entry or exit, the office location, the door, and the status, success or failed. This dataset covers hundreds of events over roughly 1 month across several employee and 4 Italian offices, Milan, Turin, Rome, and Naples. We can also see the output of the first dot, the log reader, that handles parsing and cleaning. Here we can see the pre-processing statistics, 200 entries processed, 0 errors, 100% success rate. But what is interesting is what gets added to each record. The service enrich every event with derived fields, the hour, the day of the week, and also 2 Boolean flags, is weekend and is night, that become relevant in the later stages. Okay, the second microservices, the pattern analyzers, group events by employee and extract behavioral patterns. For each person, we get the list of the daily entry and exit times, the doors and location used, and importantly, the count of failed access attempts. If, for example, we take a look about employee number 3, here it is. Let's scroll. We have 5 failed attempts, and this is the first signal that will surface clearly in the next stages, as we will see shortly. The third microservice computes the statistics Let's enlarge a little. Company-wide, we see that the average entry time is around 11:30. The average exit time with this dataset is around 15:20. The average failure rate sits just about 5%. But again, if we go to the individual level, employee number 3 stands out. We have a higher failure rate, 11%, and compared to the other values, this value stands out. The number are starting telling a story. Here we have the fourth microservice, the anomaly detector. It takes the statistics and applies the thresholds, and the verdict is one anomaly detected, pattern anomaly, with a higher rate of failures, 11%. And the system is also evaluating, let's scroll. It's also evaluating whether immediate actions are required. I zoom on the proper part. Immediate attentions false. So the system is evaluating whether immediate actions are required, in this case not, but the event is flagged for further review and further analysis. Here we have the fifth and final microservice, the report generator, that consolidate everything and produce the reports in multiple formats: structured JSON, priority list, executive summary, and a full text report. Here it is. This is the container file, but the two human readable formats are extracted, and I will show them with dedicated views. Here it is. This is the executive summary that is designed specifically for management executive managers. We have the full picture in just a few lines. One anomaly detected, no critical issues, one medium priority flag. The employee under observation is employee 003, as we have seen before. Recommended action, continue the routine of monitoring, no immediate intervention required, but the situation is worth of ongoing attention. And then we can also see the the full text report. Here we have the full text report that is dedicated to the security team. We have 5 sections: the general overview, the anomaly type breakdown, the per employee analysis, details on the detected anomaly. And here we see that employee 003 is standing out with its higher failure rate. And finally, we have the final recommendations. So verify the badge status. Consider reissuing the badge and investigating whether unauthorized access via compromised or duplication of badge may have occurred. This concludes my presentation. I am available for any questions. Here you can see my references, so you can contact me also offline for any further detail or any questions that you may like to discuss. Thank you for your